What's up, y'all? It's a boy Pussy Max back at it with another one again, right? You guys can see I'm in the car, so you know this shit is hectic, but the grind don't stop, so I gotta put videos out for you guys, right? So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, comment, let me know what's up, right? So I hope you guys are doing good, right? I'm doing good. I mean, if you saw the title of the video, you know that I'm doing hella good, right? So the thing is, guys, there's a new type of video I'm experimenting with, right? So I already did a video like this just before the year ended, and this is another one. So if you guys want me to keep it coming with this kind of videos where I talk about my results and how I get them, then let me know in the comment section, guys, and I'm gonna do that. Alright, so in today's video, just as the title says, I'm gonna be talking about how I managed to bank $2,000 just this week only, right? And mind you, guys, I only banked or secured this $2,000 profit on 2 currency pairs, right? And one thing about me is I'm not a huge fan of like opening 1,000 positions on like 2 currency pairs or 1 currency pairs and just opening as many positions as I can. Nah, I only stick to a lot size that's consistent for me. So there was only 2 trades, right? And I was trading the Australian dollar USD, also with gold. Those are the only 2 things I was trading, and we're about to jump in right now, and I'm gonna show you guys the analysis and stuff like that. And before I start showing you guys the charts, I just want to say that this analysis was posted here on YouTube and in my WhatsApp group. And if you don't know about my WhatsApp group, click in the link in the description box below, and it's gonna automatically add you in my WhatsApp group. It's free of charge. You know, I don't charge anybody to be in that group. It's just like I just send out updates and stuff like that. And also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future analysis and miss out on profits just like this, right? So before I take any more of your time, guys, let's dive into it. Alright, guys, so if you're wondering which platform I'm using right now, it's TradingView, because I did the analysis on TradingView, so I'm just gonna keep it up there. Although I did open the trades on the MT5 platform, but overall the TradingView platform is way better as a charting system, and MetaTrader, it's better in terms of trading, right? So we're gonna dive into the AUD USD before everything, right? This is the first chart that I want to show you. So if you can see, guys, this is daily time frame, and it's an uptrend. So obviously we'd have to buy, but my trade was a sell, and I'm gonna explain why, right? So because it's a daily time frame, it means the opportunities take longer to manifest here. You can't just trade a daily time frame every day. There's only specific times when you can open a trade in a daily daily time. If you remember, guys, on the previous video, I did make money on the AUD USD, but it was on a buy, right? It was on a buy. So with the fall, I just had to like wait, and then a week later, that's when I saw an opportunity on the sell. But I didn't sell this because of a daily time frame. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go to the H4 time frame. So on the H4, I want to show you guys something that you might not have seen, guys, right? So I saw an uptrend within the trend, right? Meaning the uptrend was in a smaller time frame. So I drew this line right there as an uptrend. You see now, huh? I'm sure you guys see what's going on now. So now what we're gonna do is zoom in. So the price basically, this was the first low, this was the lowest low, and then this was a higher low, and then after that, and the H4 time frame, we see there's a new trend which started forming right above the trend we were just trading before, right? So what ended up happening here is I was looking forward just here at the end, towards the end of this trend now, I was waiting to see if it's gonna continue with the trend and make this a higher low, but instead it broke below. So knowing that it broke below the H4 time frame, then we could expect that the price is gonna go below and bounce on the main trend line, which is on the daily time frame. So that's why I opened this sell trade. But obviously it's not guaranteed that it's gonna bounce on the first trend line. So that's why I had to set my TP at the midpoint, right? Because at the end of the day, it's more about securing the profit than it is about being right all the time or whatever. I just wanted to secure the profit. So open a 0.50 lot size, 0.50 lot size, and then I had the TP there and I had the SL there, because sometimes the market tend to do what we call a fake out, where like it will break below a trend line and then when you sell it goes back above the trend line. So there's no way you can protect yourself from that happening, which is not a thing. There's no way you can know if that's gonna happen, guys, right? So you have to protect yourself always with a stop loss that's not too far from your entry, which is not too far from your entry point. So this is what I do all the time. If I'm selling something that's breaking the trend line, I'll have a SL that's close by as a protection for my account. If I'm buying, if I'm buying something that broke above a trend line, I'll also have a SL, which is just below the level where I'm entering the market. So that's the thing. And then this trade took profit there. Obviously it's reached the midpoint, and I could have been a bit greedy, but I was just satisfied with the profit I made. So at the end of the day, it's all about being on positives. So right now I'm not gonna be trading this anymore until I see what's gonna happen when it comes down here to this level now, to this area where there's a trend line here. So that's the thing. We're only gonna trade this, and I'm only gonna drop it on the analysis, which is coming this weekend. If I see the price moving closer to the trend line, to the daily time frame trend line, that's when we can scope for another trade, which I hope is a buy, because it's an uptrend. Otherwise, if it's a sell, we'll see how we can adapt to that kind of market. But this is all I have for you guys in the AUD USD. So let's go to the gold. Let's look at it from the daily time frame. So if we look at it at the daily time frame, you will see that I had managed to isolate the price when it was kind of going through a descending channel, as you can see from there, and we marked the resistance and support zones that were there. And this all happened before the breakout. So basically this was like this when I did the analysis and sent it out, right? So obviously in a channel like this, when the price is there, it was looking to sell, right? But should the price go up, then we need to adapt and act accordingly based on that, right? So we saw the price break out and then it continued to break out. So those who were able to catch the move, then kudos to you guys, that's what's up. But then it ended up reaching the peak, which was the resistance zone at the top. So when it got there, we know that if you've seen my retest video, then you know that the price can either go above the resistance zone and then come back to retest it and then go back up, or even if it doesn't go above it, it might go there and test that zone before we see the price going down again or going up again. So that's the thing, we have to watch at what happens next, right? And this, I'm talking about the zone right here, because obviously we had the breakout here, then the price shot up here, then it went up, right? So when it went up, it came and retested the zone, and now it seems like it's gonna go back up again. So expect to see gold on next week's analysis or this weekend's analysis that's coming out on Sunday. But nonetheless, let's talk about how I opened the trade that made me roughly $1,700 and something dollars, right? I didn't open the trade for the duration of this whole move. This was the trade that I opened based on the distance from there to there. That was the trade that I opened. So I want us to go deeper into this thing so you can understand the thought process that happened for me to even open this trade in the first place, right? We gotta go to the 4-hour time frame so you can see what I'm talking about, right? The retest that I'm telling you about. And obviously when I opened the trade, it's there as I highlighted in the green and the red, showing for the risk zone and also the profit zone. So now that we know what's going on with the daily time frame and the H4 time frame, now we gotta go to the H1 time frame. So we're kind of doing a top-down analysis type of thing, right? So let me tell you guys what's going on right here. The price, the breakout we were talking about, it happened here on the H1 time frame, and then the price started to go back, and then obviously because we drew this retest zone on the daily time frame, we already have this zone drawn, right? So we already know what to look for in case a retest does happen. So we did see the price actually go down, and then as expected, we saw the price start to react, or we saw an influx of buyers at that particular zone that we had marked. So we knew to wait for the right cues and go in. So the cues that I waited to see like bullish momentum first, and then I was gonna open the trade, and it happened on the third candlestick. We had 1, 2, 3. On the third candlestick, that's when I opened the buy trade, right? So when I opened the buy trade, just because I was like pretty sure that like when this type of setup occurs, then I have to buy. I knew I was gonna buy, but I knew I still have to maintain having an SL and a TP. So now obviously my SL, I had to put it at my retest zone, right? Because obviously if this was gonna be a higher low, then the recent low has to be where my SL is, and this recent low also happened to be the retesting zone. So that's where I had the SL, and it was pretty much, I wasn't risking too much for this trade. And then I had my TP slightly higher than where I closed the trade, right? And the reason was because the reason I actually closed the trade where I did close it here was because, and it also happened to be the right place to close the trade. It was because I was watching the news. I think it was around midnight. So I was watching the news and I was looking at the dollar news and stuff like that, the Trump thingy, and I saw that Trump like was basically in hot. Well, fire is hot, but Trump was in trouble, right? So I knew it was gonna affect. Trump was in trouble, right? So I knew it was gonna definitely affect the dollar, and dollar also affects gold. And I had 2 trades open. I had AUD USD, which was running up, upwards of 200 and something USD profit, and gold itself was at about 1,700 and something profit gain, right? So I knew that I can stick to this trade, but I know that the Trump news is definitely going to affect the fundamental side of the market. So that's when I decided to secure this trade, and I closed the trade. And I also went to the AUD USD, and I also closed that trade. The overall reason for me to be doing these videos is to see if there's anything we can gain from taking these wins. So I would first of all say that this type of trades, they help you realize the importance of always having an SL. I know that like it might be becoming a cliche because so many people talk about having an SL and stuff like that, but I think it's equally as important to know where to put your SL, right? So in this case, obviously I put the SL at the right place. I wasn't risking too much, and with my TP, I was risking way less than what I was preparing to make, and also my lot size wasn't so big enough to like make me fall into the trap of being greedy and letting the trade run, because otherwise I would have lost everything that I'd made. As you can see, we did lose, gold did lose the gains that it made that day. And at the same time, your lot size should be enough for you to be content when the profit reaches a certain level. And what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is that, your lot size shouldn't tempt you to let the trade run, but it should instead tempt you to secure the amount of money or the amount of percentage gains you have made on your account. And at the same time, your lot sizing shouldn't change based on a setup that you see and that you know is going to work out, because sometimes we know it's going to work out and the market still does go against us. So you need to be a bit more realistic than that, and your lot size shouldn't let you act emotionally on the markets, because we all know how that works out. So that's pretty much it. If you want me to keep it coming with such videos talking about the results and what we can learn from it overall, let me know in the comment section. Like the video if you watched it till this far, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, peace out.